Hello friends, so this is another really quick reading for something that's been happening off camera. I just kind of want to clarify it on camera a little bit. So over the weekend, every time I was pulling cards, I kept getting the Empress and only the Empress. It was like Empress, shuffle, Empress, put it back in the deck, shuffle, Empress. So somebody could be dealing with a mother, a boss. This could be someone stepping into their Empress energy. It's a very high vibrational card. She's all four queens of the tarot. So this is somebody who is multifaceted. She's got a lot of life experience, but she's come out the other side of it stronger because of it, and compassionate and supportive. And there's a lot of expansion. There's a lot of growth with the Empress. This is why she's depicted as being pregnant. Perhaps somebody is pregnant. It could be a lot of different things. So this very nurturing, kind of mothering, supportive, compassionate, but very strong energy. If you think of like the perfect queen, like who would be the perfect queen? This is kind of the embodiment that you find in the Empress. Well, she's all four queens, right? So she can play a lot of different roles. So I got some intuition, just general guidance as I was kind of pondering on why I was seeing the Empress so much. I got I lost the piece of paper now. I got I'm not fighting, I'm just winning was the phrase that came out. I think it was that. I'm not fighting, I'm just winning was the intuitive phrase that kind of popped into my head. So I want to say the Empress is above the competition. So it's funny that I've just done a reading about competition. The Empress rises above, right? If there's fighting, if there's arguing, if there's competitiveness, if there's any kind of low vibrational energy, she steps up. So she's much more likely in a competitive environment. This is the sort of person that pushes other people up, right? It's kind of, they're showing me like have you ever seen like in films and things, or maybe this is something you did yourself as well, especially as a child? It's like, you know, when you give someone a peg up, like say we call it peg up in Manchester. So you put your hand like this, the person steps into your hand, you push them up and they pull you up, right? So it's like this person supports others, she raises other people up, she pushes other people up, she nurtures, she supports, and it's brilliant because that's returned to her. More likely, you know, more often than not, it is returned to her because people like to have the Empress around because she's supportive, because she's nurturing, because she's encouraging. So yeah, she goes, like, they're giving me, we go high or we go home, we can do it all night long. Be a Madonna. And she is the Madonna in the tarot, right? So not Madonna the singer, the Madonna, right? The mother. We go hard or we go home. I don't think that's her attitude. I think she's like, when they go low, we go high. The Ace of Swords has been particularly important. I've been getting it in like meditation visions as well. It's clarity, it's honor, it's justice, it's drawing strong boundaries, it's truth, very beautiful energy. If I want to compare it to someone, because they're just showing it me now, it would be like Wonder Woman. So it's kind of giving me, it's probably Libran energy because the Empress and the Justice card together, they're both Libra cards. Because they're kind of showing me the Justice card as well in my head. So it's like being truthful, having high honor, taking the high road, being very fair, being very balanced, is you know, obviously not all Libras are like this. You have some who are more high vibrational than others, but it's a very high vibrational Libran energy. It could also be Taurus. It doesn't have to be those signs. Yeah, but they're showing me Wonder Woman. So if you think of Wonder Woman, the superhero, she stands for justice, she stands for truth, she stands for integrity, and but she's very mothering, she's very nurturing, she's very compassionate, absolutely gorgeous character. And this is kind of the character that's coming through. So she does fight a lot though in that movie, right? I don't know what they're giving me. So some of the things I got intuitively, I got mistletoe with white berries. I got Catwoman as well, which is really interesting because of the scene in Batman. It's one of my favorite scenes in movie history. Is mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it, but a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it. So that kind of popped into my head. But it's interesting that I've got now Catwoman and I've got Wonder Woman, which is very interesting. There could be something about superheroes. I also wrote superhero pose, which is a yoga stance. So you kind of stand with your feet apart, you stretch up, like stand big like a starfish, and then you put your hands on your hips, and it just makes you feel very powerful. So it's a good little technique for if you do feel a little bit weak, a little bit insignificant, you know, you don't feel like you hold much space in the world. It's a great way to take up space, to make yourself big, just as a little exercise. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, stretch, do a superhero pose, look at yourself in the mirror, say, I am strong, you know. That could be for somebody. Yeah, so I definitely feel like superhero stuff, because I've also got Little Mix Power. It kind of randomized for me on YouTube when I asked for clarification. I randomized a video and it was Little Mix Power, but it was, you know, one of these fan-made videos, and it was, the actual imagery from it was Bella from Twilight. And again, she's kind of like a superhero, right? She's a vampire, but kind of has these supernatural powers. So from Little Mix, I got 4 in 1, which sounds silly, but as I was saying, the Empress is all 4 queens of the tarot. So I was watching the video, the actual video with Little Mix, and you've got these 4 different girls who are kind of almost playing out different fantasies. It's like, it's almost like saying, you know, hey guys, or, you know, whoever, you know, which character are you, or what's your fantasy, who's your dream girl. And they gave me, very quickly after this, they kind of gave me Kylie Minogue did it again, which came through for a reading. I'm going to have to go back and look up which reading it came through for. But I did it again by Kylie Minogue. And of course, if you know the music video for this, it's one character, it's one person, Kylie Minogue, but she's playing 4 different characters. So there's something about that. There's something about 4 different girls, almost representing the 4 different queens of the tarot. And then this Kylie Minogue character who is multifaceted. She can play any role, right? The Empress is all 4 queens. So she's like 4 in 1, if you see what I mean. It's like, well, she's every dream girl. She's every dream girl. Madonna's coming through again. She's every dream girl from Monroe to Madonna. What is that? I feel like it's like Enrique or Ricky Martin. Well, she's every dream girl from Monroe to Madonna, and if you ever saw her, you'd know why. Yeah, so yeah, she's above the competition. Why would she compete with these 4 queens if she's the Empress, you see? Then I was getting this stuff. I do feel like this is a Libra reading, because I kind of went back and watched the Libra short, and it was all this thing about the High Priestess. Again, another very high vibrational High Priestess energy, and this energy of like the devil trying to confuse Libra this month, and this is why the Sword of Truth is here, and this is why I was given as a Libra the Sword of Truth in a guided meditation. Libra, you are the Justice card in the tarot. If you are Libra watching this, you are the Justice card in the tarot. You do hold the Sword of Truth. You are the Queen of Swords in the tarot. You do wield that power to see clearly, to ask for integrity, to ask for the truth, and you're not going to deal with anything that is less than that. So if you're dealing with people who are trying to gaslight you, or trying to confuse you, or trying to get you stuck in your own head, you are going to see through that. The best thing for you to do if you feel confused in a situation is to go into High Priestess mode, which is full lockdown. Like, don't say anything. Don't say anything until you're given more information. That is the Libra way of dealing with this, whatever this is. The devil is keeping you confused because then he wields the power over you. So if you're feeling confusion of a situation, step back. I feel like this is why we saw the 4 of Pentacles in that reading. You need to step back. You need to put your guard up. You need to remove yourself from that situation. You're above it, right? You are not going to be treated as an option. The 7 of Cups as well is being treated like an option, and you are nobody's option. You are the dream girl, right? So if anyone comes at you with anything less than Emperor energy, you don't want to engage with that. It's just going to drag you down, right? Keep you chained. Trust your intuition. You are the superhero in this scenario. Be in the moment, so don't get stuck in your own head. Don't try and predict things that's going to happen. Don't try and kind of spend too much time analysing. Libra, you're an air sign, you're a very analytical energy. You know, cut it out, whatever it is. Take that step back. focus on the things that are in front of you, focus on the things that you know about, focus on the things where you have clarity. And if a truth comes along, you can then deal with that in the future. But for now, just focus on what you see clearly with this Ace of Swords. Do trust your intuition. I want to say your intuition is very strong at the moment. The Empress, I would say, has good intuition because she's Queen of Cups. That's one of her assets. You know, and you've also been showing with this High Priestess energy, Libra. So you do have strong intuition. Trusting your gut is probably correct, but you don't want to act on that until you get the facts and you get the verification. You also got oh, the letter I. I think it might still be around now. I think I've lost it. I was hoovering my floor and I have this bag of words to clarify readings, and there was just the letter I, like you know, I am, I saw, the word I came out. So I want to say put yourself first. It's also the number 1. You know, I is 1 in Roman numerals, so put yourself first. You are the Empress. Flash came through, cigarettes after sex, which may mean something to somebody. So yeah, that's it for my notes. I do kind of want to keep pulling cards, so I'm going to keep that Sword of Truth and Clarity out. Interesting, we've got the 8 of Wands underneath there, which also came through in that other reading that I've just done. Actually, do you know what? Let's go to the Muse Tarot because I've got it out from my last reading. Can I get some more information? So reading for the Empress, what does the Empress need to know? Thank you. The Chariot card, Cancerian energy. It's interesting I mentioned the Queen of Cups, a Cancer card, and you've got the Chariot, which is Cancer's card in the tarot. You've also got the Wheel of Fortune as well there. So luck coming in, good fortune. You generate your own good fortune, your own good karma, Empress. You are in control. The Empress could steer the chariot just as well as the Emperor. Ideally, you would have an Emperor and an Empress in that chariot. The Chariot card also is a signifier of success, of reward, of recognition, of self-control, of being able to control a situation in high vibrational energy. You have that victory parade in the chariot. So it could also be something to do with cars going on for you, or horses. Horses signify Sagittarian energy for me. You could have Sagittarius placement, or there could be a Sagittarius involved. The number 7 could mean something to you. Let's see what the card has to say. Keywords: confident, willpower, control. This sounds like the Empress, right? Confident willpower, control, determination, movement, travel, believing in yourself, taking care not to harm others, right? That is a double-edged sword. Move fearlessly towards a dream, maneuvering different forces in the same direction, knowing where to go. Prompt: the ritual of will. She burned her plan into her mind's eye and into her heart. Uphill or downhill, she is determined to get there. Nothing will stand in her way. Drawing down the power of the cosmos into her solar plexus, all her willpower pours out into the night and etches her path in the sand. 1,000 horses thunder onto the ground below her, and she stretches her hands to connect into their galloping energy. The horses have different ideas about where they want to run to. Some pull left and some pull right, but the chariot muse, with all her resolve and determination, coaxes these wild beauties onto the right track. She wants to remind you that your will is your magic and that your purpose will guide your steps forward. Move ahead confidently, because with steady controlled movements, you will see your dream in the distance and catch it. Charioteer, ride through the night, oceans and times and places. See the goal, release your light, determined forward paces. So I want to say you are acting in a very singular energy at the moment. You are in control of yourself. And you do see yourself as someone who is in control, like that Libra balance coming in. Again, super high vibrational Libran energy. Or also super high vibrational Cancerian energy. Cancer as a sign with strong intuition, who is very good at tapping into social situations, who understands emotions very, very well, emotions of others, a very sympathetic, very compassionate energy, and who's very good at tapping into those emotions. And again, it says the words is like coaxing, gently, compassionate. It's steering people in the right direction, not in a sociopathic way, but in a it's almost like I can see this is the higher path. I can see how we can steer this situation towards balance, towards good, towards fairness, towards equality, towards success. So I'm going to do it in a very gentle, very nurturing way. It's sort of like how a teacher might guide a classroom full of children, you know, with a very nurturing energy. You know, you could be that Victorian, strict, you know, matron type energy. You know, I don't feel like that's what this is. This feels more like just that mothering, teacher like nurturing, which is very, very beautiful, and which people respond well to, right? Because it's like you know when somebody is trying to suppress you, when someone's being a bit tyrannical, when somebody's trying to control a situation for their own benefit, or you know, they don't really have your best interests at heart. You know, you tend to sense that. But when somebody has that open hand approach to I want what's best for you, I'm not going to force you onto this path, but I will support you to get there, it's a beautiful energy, and people tend to go back to that. You know, people tend to be loyal to that. So let's get a little bit more out in the cold. Just as I say somebody's loyal to it, we get the Five of Pentacles, which is a card about disappointment, being left out, having doors shut to you, being out in the cold, feeling rejected, loss of money. You know, it's a halving of the assets. It's half the Ten of Pentacles. You know, the Chariot has this light and dark, so it's almost like a halving of the success. She also has a child. You know, the Empress is pregnant here. This woman has a child. So it could be that somebody did not see the Empress's worth. Somebody did leave the Empress out in the cold. Somebody, you know, the Empress could have been in positions in her life where she needed charity, she needed a handout, she needed support. But the thing that happens with this is that the Empress learns compassion through it. She learns how to treat people. She learns about those situations where people are in need. You know, so therefore, when she gets into the position of the Empress, she can help out those people who are in that position. So I want to say, if the Empress is going through this, she's learning from it. You know, she's seeing it as a learning opportunity, as painful and as distressing and as difficult as that can be. It could also be that she is taking... she is in a position of power to help other people who are out in the cold. It could be somebody who wants to look at fostering, somebody who wants to look at maybe doing some charity work and helping people who are in this position. It could also be something about when you step into your full power, when you, I'm just noticing the electric in a hand and this kind of lightning here, when you become electrified, when you become powerful, when you rise above the rest, you know, people can close the door to you because they see you as a threat, or they see you as their competition, which, you know, you are not their competition, you are above that. But, you know, other low vibrational energies who are still in that Five of Wands energy can see you as something that needs to be knocked down, brought down a level. So it could be that there's people who are treating the Empress like this. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Yeah, somebody's treated you as an option. You are not an option. It could also indicate that you have choices, you have decisions to make, you have options. What do you want? It could be that people are offering you support, but you see snakes and dragons and things. It's like, I don't know which option to take. I don't know whose hand to take here to support me. You will choose wisely, but again, this Seven of Cups came through with the Devil in the Libra reading, and it was saying there is someone who's trying to cause confusion. Maybe somebody's trying to make you feel like you're out in the cold. Maybe somebody's trying to make you feel rejected so that they feel more powerful. You know, they feel like they have control of this situation. Again, I want to say, if a door is shut to you, turn away and go and forge your own path. You're perfectly capable of doing that as the Empress. It's like, who would shut the door to this? Who would close out this energy? It's going to be a mistake on their part. You want the Empress on your team. So if you have rejected the Empress, then you know, I want to say that Devil is a very, very, very stupid person. It does have the energy of you know, trying to make somebody feel rejected, trying to knock them down, trying to take them down a peg or two, creating confusion, gaslighting, making them feel like they're not worthy. in order to make them feel more confident, to make them feel more powerful. So you do not engage with those energies. If you are the Empress, you don't engage with it. You use that sword, you see it clearly for what it is, you move away. Help the Empress to see clearly. Yeah, trust your intuition here. I feel like you are getting confused with your thoughts. There may be some fear, there may be some stress, there may be some confusion. She's blindfolded in this card. The Two of Swords is blockage or getting stuck in your own head. You could have been blocked. Somebody could have blocked you. You don't know why. That electricity seems to be part of your power. Your intuition, perhaps you have some psychic ability. That's your power. Trust it, whatever that is for you. Your own connection to spirit, your own thread of life, your own magnetic connection to the universe is where your power lies. So trust that. Trust that, and not whatever this confusion is that's getting you in your own head. Yeah, look at this stress, confusion. Your thoughts are not serving you at the moment. There's some confusion in your thoughts, right? So you want to rely, if you are Libra, you want to rely on those swords of truth, because those swords of truth have always served you so well in the past. You know, I did a guided meditation on this because I am Libra, and so I had this what I would say is dark energy behind me and this light energy in front of me. I associate it with Pluto, which, you know, isn't the devil, but, you know, it's that dark underworld energy, and Archangel Michael in front of me. And Archangel Michael gave me the sword of truth so that I could look in the reflection and see the devil behind me. I also got Florence and the Machine. It's hard to dance with the devil on your back, so shake him off. So you know, whatever that devil is for you. And I want to say Libra's devil is often telling me what tangled webs we weave. Libra's energy, because they are an analytical sign, as an air sign, they have a lot of that kind of brain power. Libra likes to look at things from all different angles. Libra likes to know the truth of a situation. They like to fact find. So if you don't have all the facts and you're getting into mental confusion, that is the devil of Libra's energy. So you want to step away from that and rely on that intuition, because your intuition is probably right and your thoughts are probably confusing that. So what should it's like you only need that one sword, right? You only need the sword of truth. Anything more than that is just going to confuse you and get you in your own head. So it's like, it's something about the right sword. Advice please for Libra. Advice please for whoever, right? Three of Voices. So this is a card about heartbreak. Yeah, the swords seem to be, look, Empress on the bottom again there though, right? Empress energy. We're gonna, you know who you are, you know what your worth is, right? If other people can't see it, you know, that's their own, they're just showing me stabbing themselves in the foot. They're stabbing themselves in the foot if they don't see your value. It could be that the Three of Voices is somebody else feels heartbreak because you are so high vibrational, right? Three of Swords. Whatever this is, you've got this, right? If anyone can handle Three of Swords energy, it's the Empress. And you've got the Empress twice here in this reading. Because what doesn't kill you does make you stronger. There's lessons in the pain. There's beauty in the pain, right? It's we wouldn't have beautiful pieces of art or poetry or plays or films or music if heartbreak didn't exist. Some of the most wonderful songs in the world are songs about heartbreak. I'm not saying that you want to go out and seek it, but when you experience emotional pain or mental anguish, they're giving me there's beauty in the breakdown, which is another song. There's beauty in the breakdown. Silver linings, every cloud has a silver lining. They give me Every Cloud by Wolf Alice. No Hard Feelings Baby as well by Wolf Alice. There'll be no bad blood. Losing your love has been hard enough. Sorry, they're keeping on going. Losing your love has been hard enough. Life can be short, but life can be sweet. No hard feelings, baby, the next time we meet. No hard feelings, baby, and we both take the win. So it's like live and let live. Painful separation, heartbreak, sorrow, loss, unexpected letdowns, words that hurt, disappointment, relationships ending, pain and wounding, finally understanding what needs to be healed. The taste of a broken voice. The storm clouds brew on the horizon, the desolate land just beyond the reach of their cleansing waters. She sits feeling splintered and holding on to the last shard of light that she has. She tries to breathe her heart together, and yet she feels empty, waning, inconsistent. And the muse watches over her, feeling every tear, every sob, every note sung in despair. She sees the painful separation between what was desired and what is reality, and feels the crumbling of a path that was not really the true path at all. And then, when the connection is strong, she whispers small comforts, words starting in the mind and then working their way into the heart. This thing about the heart and mind again, right? Words starting in the mind and then working their way into the heart. Sweet one, hold on to those tiny fragments, as they will weave their way together. Sit tight, as your beautiful heart will heal. Your healing is imminent, and you will find the sweetest joy once more. I am the master of my soul and the driver of my reign, and in choosing to live whole, sometimes my joy comes laced with pain. My joy comes laced with pain. This is what Cancer teaches us. It's probably why we're picking up on Cancerian energy in the reading. Cancer, to me, is a sign that's such an emotional roller coaster. You know, with that high vibrational Queen of Cups energy, they really lean into the feelings. They feel everything so keenly. And normally with that social aspect, they're very good at expressing those emotions. Libra, one of your talents is being very eloquent and putting things into words. So the combination of this emotional and intellectual energy, maybe some of you are strong Libra Cancer placements, this beautiful expression of pain, expression of heartbreak, this wonderful combination of logic and heart is very, very powerful. You know, this is a gift that belongs to people like Shakespeare, you know, turning pain and anguish into beautiful works of poetry. You may have this gift. And to me, it's one of the most powerful gifts to hold. I feel like there could be something where you are particularly good at bringing understanding into situations, helping other people to be compassionate. I watched this brilliant video. I think the YouTube channel was called something like Tribal, and it was an Indian-based channel where they were doing reaction videos, and the video that they were reacting to was Zombie by the Cranberries. It's interesting, the other reading had a Cranberries song as well. And if you don't know the background of that song, I strongly recommend you go and look it up. I live in Manchester. You know, we had the IRA bombing in Manchester. We also had the tragedy where a bomb went off and killed 2 young boys in Warrington who were, you can hear it, who were on their way to go and buy Mother's Day cards for their mum, and the car bomb blew up and killed them. And these were terrorist attacks by Irish, you know, an Irish fringe political party who wanted more independence for Ireland. And me as an English girl, you know, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand why people would choose violence and, you know, murder children when they could negotiate, when they could talk it through, when they could find some middle ground. It just felt appalling to me. And so that song, that beautiful song by the Cranberries, which is written by an Irish band, as a way to say, is it worth it? Is it worth the pain? Look what you're doing to the children. This is a generational, virus that's poisoning the minds of these young children. And, you know, there must be a better way. And I feel like that song has such a big impact. And those tragedies had such a big impact that finally we had the peace talks. Um, and of course, this is still ongoing. You know, the tensions still exist. But I thought it was wonderful that they had these Indian people who didn't know the song, they'd never heard of it, they hadn't heard of these tragedies and you know, the conflict and things, and they were engaging with this song that was so unfamiliar to them. And yeah, you know, those core values of a mother who has, you know, feeling the pain of losing her children, um, you know, they could relate to that because that's universal. So there's something so powerful about being able to take, you know, the worst kinds of pain and turn it into something that's healing, something that unites, rather than feeding more violence. And I feel like this could be your gift. Okay, wow, powerful reading. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this was helpful to somebody out there. And you know, stay high vibrational. We've got the Empress card here twice. I'm gonna actually read that Empress card to close out the reading, because I think it's important to remember who we are. You know, perhaps, you know, the Empress can be anyone. We all have feminine and masculine energy within us. But if we're talking here about mothers, you know, mothers, parents, the parental love for their children is universal, right? You know, obviously not everybody feels it. People have things like postpartum depression and, you know, stresses that maybe, you know, situational stresses that perhaps impact that. But, you know, when you do have that bond, you know, it's a very, very universal thing that can be recognized. And what a powerful tool to heal and bring people together, to think about future generations. The Empress, nurturing energy, mothering love from the universe, Gaia and the divine feminine, fertility, healing, self-love, compassion, creating a path that is healing for yourself and for others, unbridled creativity, fruit from the creatrix. Dripping with creation, the Empress strolls gracefully in her garden of ideas. She whistles tones of sacred geometry and spirals her voice into beautiful new patterns and timelines. Seeds spark, plans begin to shoot, and from somewhere across the distance she hears the voices of singing children. God's sake. She hears the voices of singing children who are dancing their futures to life. Smiling, she pulls the hood back and showers their paths with new energy. Planets, worlds, lives, and love spiral out auspiciously from her starseed core, and they spiral out to you. You can access this ancient creator energy and birth your creations from your most readily available source, love. You are made of this same fairy dust and shaped from the elements that originated from deep within her Big Bang heart. Use her musings to bring your most exquisite visions into being. Her golden seeds are, after all, everywhere. Oh, wait, did you think those seeds were lemons? She muses. What a wonderful day to make some lemonade. All the creative and all the dreams, bubbles and musings from earth, life full of creation, she flows from the seams, spillings and brewings of birth. So there's definitely a common thread, lol, because of what I'm going to say. There's a common thread here which talks about your starseed core, which to me is like this, your soul's core. And to me, your soul is always connected to universal divine love, unconditional divine love. So I know that when I've been in my darkest moments, when I've been sat on the floor crying, like head in my hands, thinking I don't know if I'm ever going to get up again, you know, this hurts too much, there's so much pain here, even in my darkest moments I felt that, you know, that's when I really feel it, that's when I really feel that universal love, that connection, that spark inside me, that brilliant fragment of light. When I connect to that, I'm fine. You know, my darkest moments, I can have a complete breakdown, and it only lasts for a certain amount of time before that seed of light, that golden thread, you know, this, whatever this thing is that I'm connected to energetically, I feel it, and I'm strong again. I hope that you all have that connection. I hope that you will find that thread. I hope that you will find your starseed core, and understand the universe lives within you, and you have this powerful creation energy, you have these powerful tools, that allow you to alchemize pain into a wonderful healing energy that benefits the whole world. So stay strong, keep your chin up, you've got this, and I hope this reading was helpful to you. Leave me a like if you like, and I will see you again soon. Bye.